back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Green 80. Green 80. Green is
now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down.
Green 80.
On play action, now Bortles. Being chased out left, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Green 80. Green 80.
Bortles now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cox. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Green 80. Green 80.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Shotgun now for Bortles. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Washington. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He'll get it up the middle. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
They'll set up to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Jonathan Allen in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. On 1st down, Bortles. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Green 80. Green 80.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Cox. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Bortles now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Bortles going to come up here on 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Set. Green 80. Green 80.
Now Bortles again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Green 80. Green 80.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. And he's got his man, that's Crowder for the Redskins touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are going to take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to...
He's got a man complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Rosas to add the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Going for the deep ball. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10.
Green 80. Green 80. Green is on.
Bortles will try again on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Bortles now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's first and 10. A final shot before half for Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
He's going to loft one, and that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The handoff to Barkley. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
They go play action here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Green 80.
And they'll go on the ground. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Green 80. Green 80.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
This is taken at the 15. Pretty move. Gets past one man. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum big play right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. On second down, here's Barkley. And some room to maneuver. That good for 19 and a first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Here we go now. 3, 9, 10.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 9. The pitch goes to Barkley. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And on the ground they go with the running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Green 80.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Redskins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Green 80.
Now Bortles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Bortles to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances of putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though,
Yeah.
because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And they'll run it here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. And that'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 44. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hand, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Rosas now to add the PAT. Rosas good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes Blake Bortles now to lead his offense back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cox.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face
Automatic
mask.
first down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Bortles. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Bortles, got to have this one. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. He's at the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. The toss out to Barkley. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Rosas to add the extra point. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start.
And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Bortles throwing on second down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Green 80. Green 80.
On third and long, it's Bortles. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
And again, the footwork. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll go to Barkley again. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. One of the fun parts about working with you is that we've learned that there are different ways to do things than the way we were brought up to do them. This is Madden. Of course they were going to go ahead and get another score. What do you mean take a knee?
And that just makes the final margin even more lopsided. I think they earned themselves a cold drink from the fridge, right?
There's no doubt about it.
Maybe some pretzels, too, some hummus. Go crazy.
See, we've learned.
Go crazy.
We have learned the Madden way of doing things.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying